Hey everyone on YouTube, Visa Trade here. So I got a lot of uh, interest in the Domino's pizza video because I don't know, in my opinion, it's pretty much the cheapest fast food you can eat. So I thought, I don't know what people liked about it, but um, I was going to show you today about how I kind of eat cheap. So these are military rations, also known as MREs, or I call them MMREs because they're military. But they're meal ready to eats. There's different ones you can buy, civilian ones and whatever. But these ones for me are pretty cheap. So, anyways, I'm gonna get into it and I'm gonna show you what's up. Also, I should mention these boxes are really strong. So, if you do decide to start eating these things, save your boxes. What the hell? They're clear now. They weren't clear before. That's weird. Anyways, I know you can get these through an American dealer in, I think, Texas or something like that. Meals A, box A and B for like $80 or something. I'm not gonna tell you my source because, but I get them for. I try to get them for under 60 for two, and that means each meal costs less than, I don't know, $2, $3. I think less than $3. And so what you get in these things is definitely worth more than $3. And so starting out, I didn't like to go 1, 2, like synchronized. Like there's menu 1, these all have numbers on them. Menu 3, and for a while I was actually writing them down. But I know there's a thing online. It's like spreadsheet or whatever that tells you what's in these things. There's some points like you really want to save up your what are they called? Tortillas, because some things are ridiculous that you could put tortillas on and they make it way better, or extra tortillas, like 4 instead of 2. But anyway, I like to follow the beginning because once you get down to shredded beef and barbecue sauce, I don't think that tastes as good as 7, which is beef strips and tomato sauce. And the tomato sauce is like not really tomato sauce; it's more of barbecue sauce. But I think I just remember being done with all this that I get to the point where I'm like, dude, I just give me some friggin' steak, So I eat these at home just to save a few bucks. So I just boil some water. That's the first step. And so this is more just like chili. But I mean, you consider the fact a can of good chili costs at least $2. This is relatively well priced. It comes with all kinds of goodies, so But yeah, they're really cool because also because like if you are camping or whatever, you don't have to boil water to. I mean, if you don't have it, but a lot of people, even when they're camping, have boiling water, but. Probably save a lot of weight if you didn't have a stove. And these come with these little heaters in them that you just add water to them. So vegetable crackers are actually pretty good. They go well with I save them for late. Most of the stuff I save for later, but snack or whatever in the middle of the night. They go really good with ramen. They kind of got that kind of taste to them. I think this one comes with the hella good things. Yeah, pepperoni pizza crackers. Those are like combos. And I mean, that's a pretty good amount of combos to come with that, 1.69 ounces. I wonder how much it is in the store for a pack of combos, but, they make their value pretty quick is all I'm saying. And then cornbread. This actually isn't too bad. I recommend on some of these packages, you just boil them and heat them up, even if they don't need it. But cornbread always tastes better warm. I usually say that. I'll save that for later. Maybe I'll use it as a what do you call it? Dessert. And this comes with grape, which actually tastes more like blue Gatorade. So I have soda, so I'm not really tripping about it. But when you're really down to the nitty gritty, dude, it's nice to not be drinking water all the friggin' time. And this comes with, yeah, this is the one with the coffee in it. And I usually sell, I try to sell on, I haven't sold any yet on Facebook Marketplace, but this bag, one of these, and the heater, I sell 12 of them for $8. I mean, I figure it's a pretty good deal. I don't know anybody hasn't taken advantage of it. It also comes with like salt, I think, or something like that, and gum, a little bit of sugar, creamer, and a moist towelette. But I figure this would come in handy. I mean, if you put this in your glove box or something like that, and like you just don't feel like spending $5 on a freaking coffee from Starbucks, and all you got to do is have water with you, and you can make yourself a cup of coffee. And finally, the chili with beans. So I don't boil water first. I boil it kind of as I go to, you know, make sure it heats up right or whatever. Plus, you can push your finger in there a little bit, make sure that sucker's sunk. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the cornbread. Let me get that in there. This is gonna be a really nice midnight snack, dude. Oh, it comes with cheese spread too. Oh, hell yeah, dude. So I actually have like cheese squares, so I'll probably just add those to the chili. But this actually tastes really good. They'll give you regular blank crackers, and you put it on there, and it's kind of like those Ritz crackers if you put the cheese spread on the regular ones. And obviously I'm eating from home, so I'm not going to use a spoon, but I don't know what else to do with it and hold on to it. There's a lot of freaking spoons, though, that I've acquired over time. And then give it this pouch thing. This always comes in handy. Because, you know, I mean, it's in a pouch. You could dump it in a bowl or whatever, but then you'd be wasting a bowl. So, kind of fold them in like this. And then, you know, stick it in there. So, yeah, I'm going to make sure I get the cornbread in there. And it'll float. That one's made of, that one's, you know, it's not vacuum sealed the same way. But, yeah, you'll notice over time that you acquire a lot of crackers and peanut butter and jam or jelly. If you just don't eat it, you know, when you're doing that. And the nice part is, you know, now's when you can bust out the snacks, you know, when you're waiting on your main meal to freaking start boiling. So this is how I do it on this one, because it's basically a peanut butter and jelly. But I still think the Ritz with the cheese tastes better. Oop, shit. But they aren't really saltines. They're a little more. They got less salt in them than a saltine. So it's more bread, honestly. And it's kind of difficult to break them apart. So you got to get crafty with it. And they'll still shatter on you sometimes. So, you know, everybody wants a broken cracker, right? But I don't know. It's eating cheap as shit, dude, you know? And I hear people say that, oh yeah, you just, you know, if you cook a big meal all together and cook it, then you'll have food for weeks and, you know, whatever. But I'm a big guy, dude, and I go on friggin' like food eating rampages. I don't think that way would work for me particularly, but I do like having these separate meals that like are so, you know, they got a pretty good variety of different stuff, because I know I can get away with burgers and hot dogs pretty good. Like I can eat them for a while, but then there starts getting a point where I don't know. I just want more or something, you know. I just want to go on a buffet. I don't know. And, you know, the same 2 burgers that used to fill me up don't fill me up anymore. So that's when I know that I got to start messing around with my palate and eating something else. And that's why I like these things. I kind of like leaving box B as a mystery, not really knowing what's for dinner. It's kind of a good feeling. Not really knowing what's for dinner, right? But knowing you have dinner, you know? So, there you go. Yeah, this is how I do these. And see, what if I had the cheese spread, then I'd be filling these up with cheese. I don't want to take advantage of that right now. I like saving that one for a little bit later. But I know if you start these off good and you start eating what you like out of the MREs first, then they're a little more enjoyable than if you eat all the stuff you don't like first. And then you don't really enjoy the good stuff, you know. But yeah, a lot of them come with peanut butter, so you can count on that. I don't know. I should probably do it that way. You got to kind of need the packages sometimes. They aren't legally allowed to sell these, but because they're so old, the people that have these stocks don't really want them anymore. So these were, I think, packed in 2021 or something like that. I don't know. Definitely 2020. I know they can sell them at 2020 because I've had 2020 ones before. But yeah, these are new. These packages are new though. I haven't seen these ones before, so I mean they must be maybe 2022 or something. I don't know, or yeah, whatever. But not as old as my older ones. And I can hear it's getting around the time of boiling, but I'm really hungry and I'm keeping myself busy, you know. And these are, I mean, they're not too bad, you know. It just tastes like a PBJ. But I do get that taste can be subjective. My buddy says he just tastes all the preservatives in it. I don't taste them, but you know, I'm also used to eating hot dogs and burgers. I'm just trying to get by, you know. Oh man. Oh, well, I'm trying, you know. Definitely saved too much for the end. I was buying these little SOS bars. That's literally what they call it if you look them on, what do you call it, Amazon. They're more for like, you can preserve those for like 20 years. And they're just cookies. And it's like 3 days worth of food. But, I mean, it's like the same concept as, you know, drinking Slim Fast as a meal. I'm sure it probably has the vitamins and things you need, but it does not make you feel like you're eating food. But these actually, I mean, they pretty much do the trick for me. Yeah, you know, especially if I eat 2 of them or something like that. But it's just a matter for me of just I need to have a change of flavor. I would love to cook, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to be spending $150 on fruits and vegetables and then have them expire. Plus, every time they sell you these, they're guaranteed for like another 2 years. So, you're actually supposed to store them in a cool environment. Not cold, but you know, like below 70 or like 75 degrees and below. So, I live out in the desert. The ones I'm trying to sell some of them on Facebook Marketplace, so I keep those in the fridge. Apparently, some people like the pepperoni pizza and the cheese pizza. Not me. I'm not really that big of a fan of it, but so I figured I'd list those. Yeah, you know. Compared to what you can do with $2.50 these days, $2.50, I'm just saying is probably the best way to do it. So I have a feeling these MREs are fairly fresh. So there's no reason to overboil them. But there's some packets they have for breakfast. They have like a pork patty or something like that. I mean, it's pretty good, but I mean, most people wouldn't trust it. You can leave that sucker boiling so bad that eventually it becomes like a puffy type thing. And that's how you know that sucker's cooked, dude. It ain't getting any cooked than that. So, obviously the cornbread, because it wasn't vacuum sealed, is going to get pretty dang puffy. But I'll leave that one in there when it's cooling the water down so that it's nice and warm by the time I eat it. So here's how the packet thing works. Obviously, I don't want to pick that thing up because it's pretty hot. Booyah. There you go. So, it's warm. You know, that's really all that matters. Throw a couple packets of cheese in there, or a couple slices of cheese in there. I didn't believe my friend when he told me. He said, "You can get those single slices for way cheaper." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah." And I looked at the price, and oh my god, they're way, way cheaper than real cheese. But I figured, you know, if it's shredded, if it's made into a, you know, nice, easy sandwich size slice, it's going to be more expensive. But I was surprised to be wrong about that. So now all I use is this pretty much. But it's important to drink milk, and I haven't been drinking milk much because my refrigerator had some dinky batteries in there, and I couldn't run the fridge all the way through the night. But I think next time I go shopping, definitely going to get some of that. So this isn't actually Tabasco, which is actually funny because some of these MREs do come with Tabasco, like this little bottle. And hopefully you see that one in one of my later ones. Sometimes it sucks. The bottles are dried up because it's so old, but I got a feeling this one, they're going to be good. But I ended up putting Tapatio in there because, you know, you get a good big bottle of Tapatio for pretty cheap. And I don't mind the taste of Tapatio, but I'm not sure the chili will need hot sauce, but right, just in case. I like to get hot sauce in me when I can. It increases your blood flow. Good for the blood vessels. When you live in extreme heat like I do, it's always a good thing to have. But I'm just stirring this sucker up, man, making sure that the cheese is nice and in there and melted the best it can. And I don't know. I mean, I know what it tastes like. It tastes just pretty much just like, you know, a can of chili. I mean, it's really no difference. It's not quite as good as like stag chili or something like that. Oh, it's hot. But it's a little mild. I mean, as far as like, you know, usually chili has a bit of spice in it. But yeah, this and that cornbread, I think it's probably pretty good. Changed my diet up a little bit from hot dogs and cheeseburgers all the time. And for the price, you can't beat it, you know. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Give me a like and a subscribe if you want to see more of this content. And that's why I'll know what's up. I'll make more of it. You know, maybe you want to see my method of finding them. But I still, you know, I mean, still $80 is still a pretty good deal. I think that's still under $3 per MRE. But anyways, you know, hope everybody survives out there. Take care.